So tell us about what's going to happen on June 3rd.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about it, but I'm telling you, for this show, there's going to be a lot of surprises. And I don't want to give away any of the surprises because I've been working on doing some things, because KPFA has been around, like you said, for 75 years, roughly 600,000 hours, I calculated. Wow. So obviously we're not going to be able to cover every single thing that's ever happened on KPFA, because there's been hundreds of shows, thousands of guests, so much history. But I've been trying to dig through the archives, and because the show is on stage at the Shotgun Players Theater over next to Ashby Ave there, people are going to be able to see what I'm talking about. So, with a radio show, you play clips, you have a little discussion, but for this show, there's going to be props, there's going to be special guests, and a lot of visual excitement. So I've been digging through the archives, looking for old photos, posters, things that hopefully people haven't seen before, and covering some of the hidden gems from KPFA history.
Okay, so I do want to tell you, we've been promoting this on social media and putting this stuff out, and we have actually gotten a consistent question, is there going to be a little meet and greet time for people to meet you and hang out?
Oh, I'm always down to meet and greet. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this isn't, some elite media perch here at KPFA. KPFA, we are by the people for the people, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm in the streets. I'm down to meet and greet.
He's in the streets. He's for the streets right now.
Exactly. I am. So yeah, I'll hang out with people before the show, after the show. Usually, there's a fun bar around the corner that I like to go to after the shows. Some of you have probably been to a couple of the shows I've done at Shotgun Players before with KPFA, and usually there's like a little impromptu, unofficial after party at a certain bar around the corner, which I will let people know the day of where that location is.
The day of, okay. You do know it's a Monday night this is happening. It's a school night. We're going to be hanging out. All the interns are here watching in the background. Just you guys, it's not mandatory, but
the show will be over. But let's see. It starts at 7. Should be out of there. We should be out of there by 8:30. There's time for a drink or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I believe that the tickets are. How much are the tickets here? I think it's
$100.
$100. Okay, that's the donation level. You can go onto the KPFA website, so kpfa.org/donate. That's the donation level, $100.
And I just want to say, I know that's, a lot of money for some people. Yeah. $100 is more than you might pay for a normal night out on the town. So I'm really trying to give people their money's worth. I've been working on the show for months.
Yeah.
Really, really digging into the history. And I hope, people are going to think that they got their money's worth that night. I'm really trying to make it special.
I agree. I'm just like I said, the first time I ever saw you was at one of your speaking engagements. It was good. I actually totally wanted. I think someone invited me randomly. I had nothing to do that night, and so I was like, sure, whatever. And I was there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was there in the background, but I really started to get into it. You really had a lot of old photos, and I do think at one point I was kind of thinking, like, where does he find this stuff? Like, where do you kind of find your material?
Well, there are some tricks of the trade, but I do like to go to the libraries, for example, Oakland History Room, Berkeley History Room, dig through these old newspaper files, dig through these old folders. They're like dusty. I'm literally in there blowing dust off things, digging up photos that people haven't seen in decades. Archive.org is a great resource, and fortunately throughout KPFA's history there have been a lot of people who have been really devoted archivists. So there's a good amount of material online. Like, I found the very first issue of Folio magazine, which was KPFA's monthly newsletter, where they explained what was going to be on the air, and that was from 1949.
Oh wow, look. So this, technically you could say that this show existed way back in the day before us, right? It was on the air. We should go look up Folio, and
I'll send you a link.
I actually would be down for that. That would be really good. I'm going to show that to. I'm sad that Antonio wasn't here. I'm sure he would love something like that.
I know that I've gotten a couple messages over the last few weeks from people that were a little confused about how to get tickets to the boat tour or the show at Shotgun Players Theater. So if anyone is trying to find tickets to the events we were talking about earlier, you go to the KPFA support page on the website. You just hit the donate link, and then when you see all the different gifts that you can get, click on that little button that says MISC. It's all my stuff's under the miscellaneous. I'm under the miscellaneous category, I guess. I don't fit in with the other gifts.
That's okay. You're your own unique gift.
You put in that donation, you click the gift you want, and then hopefully I'll be seeing you either on the tour or at Shotgun Players Theater.
Okay.